I didn't know where he was going to wind up.
Hey, 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 friends! It's Sunday at the Marshalls.
No football, no baseball.
No.
Today it's going to be Mill and Dill.
And the dog.
And Honey Root.
Yes. Honey's had a rough weekend. It's been raining and thundering, and she gets anxiety from that. So
Does not like thunder.
So anyway, hello, good afternoon. We are going to spend about, hopefully, an hour on, I'm going to make a lemonade.
A lemonade wreath.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to make the bow. So
all right.
David's here. He's going to be monitoring our comments if you have questions.
And Honey Root, the shop dog.
Yeah, the shop dog. She's going to really be saying stuff.
No thunder, so she won't be.
Yeah, let's hope not. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see the bow making portion. Let us know if you can hear us. And we do appreciate you spending some time with us this afternoon. Let me get it up just.
We've got the East Coast, North Carolina, and the West Coast, California online.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're so excited to have you here.
No.
Okay, sorry about that. Had a phone call come in. Okay, so today I'm going to be using this sign right here. This is the sign. Let's see. Let me get it up here so you can see it. The Farmers Market Lemonade sign. A lot of y'all have seen this one. So I wanted you to see. Okay, hang on one second. I'm live.
Goodbye.
On Mill and Dill. Yep. Yep, just refresh the page. Right. Okay, somebody trying to watch and they couldn't get to my page. So, anyway, I'm going to use this as an inspiration, and I'm drawing my ribbon colors from this sign. So what I decided to do is, of course, you know I'm going to use a terry bow. Those of you that don't know what a terry bow is, you can Google it. It's on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on it. I am going to use 3 ribbons instead of the 6 on my terry bow. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to make the terry bow. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Wish I could be sitting on a big front porch with rockers and all drinking lemonade. The terry bow does require two pieces of wire. So I measure the length or the width of my board here. Like so, and I use that as my measurement. And if you get cold, Dave, you can turn that air.
We're good.
Off. Okay, so hope everybody can hear me. Give me a thumbs up, a heart if you can hear me properly. I have a wireless mic on today. We're trying out to make sure that we are broadcasting where you can hear us. Hello, thank you for sharing. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I bought this jelly ribbon. Can y'all see it? How wonderful this is? It's called jelly, I think.
Looks like something from the 70s.
I know. I used to have shoes that were made
Yeah,
out
that's
of
what I was
this.
thinking.
So anyway, it's kind of retro, and I love the look of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate. A terry bow's got 6 ribbon. I'm going to alternate 2 ribbons, and then I'm going to put this on top of each one of the 2 that I'm going to use and just try it and see what happens. I got this from Trendy Tree, from our folks at Trendy Tree. And I just want to try it and see how it's going to work out. Oh, my shirt just got hung up. Y'all hang on, I'm going to get an apron because it keeps grabbing my shirt.
Got a great group today from Florida, like I mentioned, California, and all around the country. Phoenix, which is not one of your favorite places because you wound up in a hospital, but other than that, it's wonderful.
Oh, I have great memories of Phoenix. They have cute firemen there.
And I got to ride in the fire truck.
Yes, you did. We had a cute group of people keeping me alive. So these ribbons, you can get these from Trendy Tree. And I love, love, love this jelly. Can't wait to use it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull... this black and white dotted Swiss at the same time that I pull this jelly ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put it down the middle like so. And let's just see how this works out. I've never tried this before, so I'm just going to cut this off, get a clean edge. And then chevron this one. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure this microphone system is working.
Send us a like and a love if you can hear really, really good today.
I am working on row D on the Pro Bow. And you know I love my Pro Bow. Alright, so we are going to wrap our first ribbon. Let me scoot this back just a little bit so you can see.
Everybody's loving and liking, so the sound is coming through good today.
Good, perfect. Yeah, it just takes a while to kind of get all your systems where they all work and you got the right equipment and all that jazz. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it around. Now, see, I just stacked these 2 together. I think this is going to end up looking really good. Let's see if it does.
Ashley Vane, I'm not sure where she's at, but she says she has all those ribbons and she loves them.
You do?
How about that? You'll have to talk to her, see what she uses.
I love this jelly stuff. It comes in a wider width, too. Than this width, but I think this is going to add just a little bit of interest to the terry bow. Okay, so I'm going to alternate these colors, give it a twist. It's been a couple of days since I've done a terry bow, so y'all bear with me. Okay. Let me raise the camera up just a little. I think it'll be better. Now this is where you put in your extra piece of wire. It's good to have all of you visiting with us this afternoon. Let me know if this is your first time visiting. My style of teaching may be a little different than some people. We all have our own little styles of teaching. I tend to kind of get right down to business and don't do like a whole lot of helloing and that kind of stuff. But doesn't mean I'm not grateful that you're here. That's just the way I am.
That's partly my job too, to make sure that.
Well, it is. David is real good about kind of keeping up with the comments and such. So, but I tend to teach the way I like to be taught, which is get on with it. Let me know what you're doing. Let's chat just a little bit and then get on to the rest of your day. Always, though, certainly, if you have a question, I'm happy to answer it. Okay, so there's our first one. We're going to try this yellow and see what happens.
Pat Kane says, keep doing what you're doing. You're the best.
Oh, thank you, Pat. And see, I don't have a whole lot of stories, even though David...
Oh, no, you got stories.
I've got stories, but most of them I can't really tell. I could tell the one about going to the men's bathroom in Vegas.
And you had no alcohol to that point.
No, it was early. Wasn't it like way before lunch?
Yeah.
We went to Vegas...
Last summer. And I said, hold on. We were at Caesars. I said, hold on. Let me run in here to the restroom. And I did. I went into the area. It was kind of open where it didn't have a door. And as soon as I got in, this man, actually a young boy, he was probably in his 20s, met me. And he goes, puts his arm around me. He goes, okay, let's get this party started. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought, oh my God, this guy's gotten in the women's bathroom. Well, I was the one that had gone into the men's bathroom. And, of course, he was dying laughing. And I was standing out watching the whole thing laughing.
Yeah. And
I enjoyed it.
David didn't help me at all, as it turned out. He just let me be embarrassed.
Well, sometimes it's better just to not help.
Seems like something else happened that trip. Oh, at the buffet.
Well, that's another. They'll have to tune in next Sunday for that story. That gets involved.
Anyway.
Let's just say they had to throw away one of their fabric chairs.
Fabric chairs got kind of. It wasn't because that kind of sounds bad. I spilled food on it. I didn't do anything in the chair.
Right, but I mean, it was a multiple accident meal.
Right. I kept spilling things.
They'll come back next week. We'll give them all the details.
I know, but it sounds like I like pooped my pants or something. Now this jelly ribbon is a little bit thicker than most. Obviously it's kind of vinyl, so make sure you twist it really good. What's everybody doing today?
You got a great group today.
Good.
And, everybody's enjoying themselves so far.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna just alternate the white, the yellow, and the black. That's just, and then the green's gonna be on top of each one. This is not a custom order, so the last thing I did was kind of a custom order. This is just a plain stock wreath, I call it. Oh, let me put the vinyl on it. So if you want this ribbon, this jelly ribbon, it's on Trinity Tree's site. Go grab it before it all goes away. And I think they've got 15% off on their products right now. I got my box the other day, bought some signs and some ribbons.
Mary Paige is back. Says it's fun to spend time with us.
Great. We're excited to have you. We had a birthday party for my 1-year-old granddaughter here at my house yesterday, and that was fun. But we were tired after all that.
We have another one here in 3 weeks. I think it's here.
What? I'm having another party?
Liliana?
No, that's somewhere else.
It's not going to be here?
No.
Good. I don't have to rush around with all my projects.
But we're going to be giving a baby shower in June, so.
Well, I'll work toward that.
June's busy. June's going to be really busy this year. We've got the Wreath Makers Live event coming up. I've got market the next week. I've got baby shower for Olga. We've got baby coming.
Darlene Howard wants to know, did the black ribbon also come from Trinity Tree?
They do have it. This one particular one did come from General Wholesale, but Trinity Tree also carries it. This is what they refer to as the dotted Swiss. And it has been an extremely popular item this summer. It comes in a lot of colors. Oh, actually, I gotta do this one next. A lot of different colors. And General Wholesale did just get restocked on some of them, so. Let's see, this is a terry bow. It only has 2 primary ribbon colors, plus I've added this third one on top. So you can do a lot of different variations of this bow to give it more interest. Doesn't always have to be just the 6 ribbons. And anything you can do to make it a little different is always a good thing.
Claudia DePietro wants to know, does anyone know if the Pro Bow comes with instructions for making different bows? Well, lucky for her, we have the creator, inventor, and marketer for the Pro Bow, Regina Sellers, on there, so she can, in the background, answer her question.
Yes, Regina, go ahead and put your link if you want. There are lots of videos and they call them recipes on her website, and it tells you what row to use and what bow recipe to use to get different looks. So that's helpful. I mean, I remember when I first started learning to use the Pro Bow, I would put it on my iPad and let it play, and then I would stop it, you know, along the way and start it and stop it and start it so that I could figure out what I was doing until I kind of got it down. And that made it easier for me to be able to learn how to do it. Now, of course, I don't have to do that unless I'm doing a new bow I've never done before. There was a new bow I did at Christmas for a customer. I can't remember what the name of it was. Maybe Regina remembers. Like it was a bow on a bow or something like that. Bow within a bow. I don't know. It was gorgeous. And the customer loved it. Has anybody bought this jelly ribbon and used it? I know Claire Nicole's got some, or she had it. She might have sold it.
What different colors and widths and stuff, styles does it have?
It comes in 2.5 inch as well. This is the 1 inch.
Is it kind of the retro fluorescent type colors also?
Yeah, they're all sort of bright neon colors. Oranges and reds and pinks. Purple. I think I got orange, pink, and sort of this lime color. And kind of green, you know, lime green.
We had a great question from Juanita Spade. She says,
Okay, Juanita, what's going on?
she wants to know, do you use all wired ribbon to make your bows?
I do. I cannot hardly think of an occasion that I have not used a wired ribbon.
And what's the benefit of wired versus not?
The benefit of a wired ribbon is you have a lot more ability to shape your loops and they will stay. So it's kind of like, I hate to even use this example, but it's kind of like having an underwire in your bra.
Why are you looking at me telling me that?
Because if you've got an underwire in your bra, it lifts those babies up.
Doesn't.
If you don't have underwire in your bra, then
I don't.
things droop. So, same thing with ribbon. If things droop. If you do have the wire, things stay where they're supposed to. That's about the best way I can explain it.
Colleen Parks jumping in late. She says, what is jelly ribbon?
Okay, jelly ribbon. Let me go get my other pieces.
We're going to have a short class on jelly ribbon here in a minute. Russellville, Arkansas.
Okay, I'm going to show you all the colors I got. So I got this purple. And it looks like there were some jelly shoes that we used to wear when we were kids.
It's plastic.
Yeah, it's vinyl. It's plastic. So I bought purple. And I bought, this is the color I'm using today. And this is like the hot pink. And then here's the orange.
Kind of like clear raincoat material.
Yeah. That's right. It's kind of like that. I just love it because it's so different than anything you see. And what I'm doing is putting it on top of every piece of my ribbon here that I'm using on my terry bow. And I can't wait to fluff this out and see what happens. It's going to be marvelous. My bow with the underwire.
Somebody in Florida, Texas. We know what that is.
Yeah. Be going to Texas here before long. Just got my hotel reservations for June market. All taken care of. Okay, so here we go. We are about to fluff this one out. If I can find my wire. Where are you? There it is. Okay. Now, because this jelly ribbon's pretty thick, you know, it's thicker than regular ribbon. So we're going to do the best we can to smash this bow toward the center before we fluff it. Let me move this out of the way.
Could you actually use like a rubber mallet, or would that be way going overboard?
Yeah, that's a little overkill. I'm just going to use my fingers and press it toward the center post.
Is this first time you've done this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so you know it's going to turn out looking good, I hope.
Well, no, I've never done this. I've never done this
The plastic.
jelly. I've never used
The jelly.
I've never used the jelly. So this will be the first time. But because it's a thicker ribbon, it made this part of it thicker. So I'm going to pull this off. And then pull down from the little nail. And then pull these together as tightly as possible.
We have a winner today
Uh-huh.
for the longest name.
Uh-oh.
Karen Williamson Weber Johnson.
Okay.
Wonder where Karen is from.
All right, let me get rid of this pro bow. Y'all, my shop is 1,200 square feet, and sometimes it just seems really small. I'm not complaining, because I do love it. But it does seem small sometimes. Y'all know what I mean. Let me lift this up just a little so you can see it somewhat better.
Karen's from Missouri, Lee's Summit, Missouri. Thank you for coming in today, Karen. Got a great group today, babe.
Wow, I love that. Okay, we're going to, sometimes you can take your ribbon and smash it down a little bit. Get it smaller if you want. And because this is kind of thick, I'm going to go ahead and put one more piece of wire around it just as security. Because it is so thick. Somebody's watching from Maine. Yeah, it doesn't take so long to fill up the square footage. You know, what I say is I'm kind of like, you know, there's a deal about aquariums. You get an aquarium that's, say, 20 gallons, and the fish get as big as the space that you put them in. So that's kind of my problem. All right, so I'm going to put that around my little eyelet, and let's start fluffing this and see what happens. I think it's going to be fun. Going to add a little bit of extra to the whole thing.
We had a question, Renee Schultz, which is a great thought. I haven't ever thought about it, but when you use the wire and twist and everything, she said, well, what about a zip tie? Have you ever?
I don't like the zip ties because really, I mean, you could. And I guess it just gets to be your own personal preference. you have more flexibility on how long your wire can be, where some zip ties are kind of fixed in the length that they are. So I prefer wire myself. But I do use zip ties on some things. Just depends what kind of mood I'm in. Now, when you fluff this bow, you're going in opposites. So the tails come opposite each other and the loops come opposite each other. But look how pretty those wired loops get shaped. You can see, you can just run your hand under it and they get really pretty. And you can tug on this, it's not going to break. What I put this on is called a fluff box, and that helps it hold it in place so that you can really pull and tug and get it shaped. This fluff box I cherish with so much of my heart because Regina Sellers gave me this fluff box back when I first learned how to do the Pro Bow. And I think it was actually whenever I created the terry bow, she brought me a fluff box because I was fluffing terry bows in the air. And that's a no-no. I mean, you can do it, but it's not a lot of fun. And they don't have the same result. I think I like. What do y'all think? Do you like this in here? This this jelly? Are we liking the jelly in it?
You got a lot of likes and a lot of love there, so
yes, I think I'm loving the way it's turning out. The iridescent, you know, the fact that you can see through it. It's kind of great.
It's a whole different texture look.
Yeah, it gives it a whole different look, for sure. Now, once you get it on your project, on the wreath, of course, it's going to get fluffed again and again and again. But we're getting it pretty much fluffed out. And then, of course, it'll be finalized once I'm putting it on my project.
I think somebody's checking online at Trendy Tree. And they said only showing lime green and pink and orange, no yellow. Could that be lime green?
This is probably the color. This is that. It's kind of a yellow lime color. Let me give you the number on it. The number is A61259, I think. A61259.
All right, good. Thanks.
Because it's kind of a yellowy green. And I know they've been selling quite a bit of it, so there may be a lot of their colors that are now out of stock. But sometimes they get reorders, so you can check back and see if they get any more in. I think that's fun. I love that in there. Let me pull this way. now we can get onto the wreath, and then I'll fluff that once it's on top. But what do we think about that? Do y'all like it? I love it.
I'm gonna heart it.
You're gonna heart it?
I'm
Okay.
gonna heart it.
Okay, we're gonna move around a little bit. Stay with me. I'm gonna put my wreath up on my wreath stand. And we'll get it situated so you can see. Look at David while you walk.
No.
He's over there at Command Central with his feet propped up.
I'm having fun. You fed me lunch and now we're doing a video.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Okay. Alright, I just pulled a bunch of elements to get started. I've got this little watering can. I don't know if I'm going to use that, but I've got the sign. And then I've got some greens. I love these hydrangea leaves. I've used these in quite a few things that I've done. I love, these are picks that I got from At Home, actually, that have the lemon on there. And then some yellow flowers. And then I've had these for a while. They're just some greenery with some lemons, and part of them are sliced open, that type of thing. So we're going to play around with some of these. Oh, and I've got just some plain lemons that we can incorporate somewhere if we need to. Okay, let's get going. Let's see, I'm putting this over here.
You know Diana Collins from Carthage?
Diana Collins. Is she at the wreath, the fudge place? Fudge.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember their name. I'm bad on names. So I wear a name tag in case I get lost.
Arizona's in the house. Welcome, Arizona. Okay, this is my creation station, and I love it for a lot of reasons. My sister and brother-in-law made it for me. It folds up and folds out. Now I'm ready to create. Let me make sure I got enough light on this. Might need a light on this side. Whoa. Let me put a light on this side. Now bear with me. I want to make sure you can see.
They're hanging with you.
Okay.
Got two people I haven't talked to in a long time, Mary and Bobby DePrain.
Oh, hi. I saw the pool today. He's got a really pretty pool. They do. Okay, don't knock that over, sweetie. I'm going to have it right there so they can see. Okay, this is going to be a grapevine vase. And it's a round grapevine. Can everybody still hear me okay?
Nobody's complaining.
Okay.
Your mic set works great. Welcome, Jenny Quinn.
Okay, this particular design, I'm going to put the bow on first. going to put the bow on first because I like to be able to gauge where everything else is going to be. It's not the way I always do it. Let me tilt this down for y'all. Hang on, we're getting this camera set.
Ontario, Canada's out there. That's the other side of the country. We were in Alberta, Calgary, Canada, up at Banff.
Okay, I think this
In a past life.
I think this will work really good. Okay, so I'm just going to take a piece of sheer black ribbon and cut and use that to wire my big bow on. Watching from Australia.
Debbie Jones again.
There is a Debbie Hill. Is that what you're thinking of?
This is Debbie Jones. Debbie Hill's in there too, I think. Is she coming in June?
I don't know.
I think she is.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take this black ribbon, just the sheer, and I'm going to put this right up here. And tie it around so I can get it on there good and tight. I'm gonna give it a good knot. And you know, if the tails hang down, that's fine. In fact, we may probably going to put some tails on this, so I'm going to leave those. I'm going to add some tails to this bow. Are y'all fluffers? I mean, I fluff till the cow, like Regina says, she fluffs till the cows come home. Just fluff, fluff, fluff. Now I want this bow to be at about 11 o'clock. This being 12, so it's over here about 11.
Here's a non-wreath question.
Okay.
Vicki Simmons, Carrie, where'd you get your iPad stand?
Oh, okay. This is an Archon. If you will type in, I don't know if they're still doing the discount or not. Send me a private message and I will send you a link to see if they're still doing the discount. You can get 20% off. Okay, these are for some ficus, not ficus, these are hydrangea leaves that I bought from General Wholesale. I absolutely love these. They've got good coverage. Their quality is top notch. And I'm going to start using these for some of the base that I'm going to build on my design. The air conditioning finally cut off.
Who set it on 69? That's like...
Well, it was hot with the window. It was hot with all the lights on. I do use a pick machine. Those of you that follow me, you know that I do. If you don't want to use a pick machine, you don't have to. But I do. So I'm going to just stick some of this greenery. And then shape it out. Make sure it's not just flat to your design. You want to shape it out. So pull on those stems and make it come out from what you're working on. And let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'm using a glue pen over here off camera. So instead of letting that flat lay against your grapevine, bend it so that it's more three-dimensional. Doesn't have to be just flat against your grapevine. Okay? Nobody likes flat. No comment.
They love your hydrangea leaves.
Yes, I love these too. They come in a bundle of 10, I think. And they are fantastic.
Teresa Bryant has a comment. I love it. You know you're a designer when you think fake leaves are beautiful.
But when they really look like the real thing, that's when it's magical. You know, I go to market at least twice a year, so and look for materials that, if it doesn't pass my test, then it's not good enough to sell.
Somebody's asking, you might have told them early on, they may be, but what size is your grapevine?
This is the 24-inch, I think. Let's be sure. Yeah, this is the 24-inch round. And because the sign was 12 inches, I felt like it needed to be at least the bigger size. Now I'm just putting some greens in around this bow, okay? This is not hard, y'all. You can do it. You absolutely can do it, even if you don't do this for a living. You can make this for yourself or a gift. You know, Mother's Day's coming up. What a great gift it would be for Mother's Day. This will last you all through the summer. I'm going to put some up there.
Somebody's fussing at me and you.
Why?
Married to Prank says somebody and their husband should get in touch with some old friends when at market.
Yeah, well, you know, when I'm at market, tell them what's going on, David.
Well, unfortunately, you're spending money, but that's so you can get back and show people how to make beautiful things. But
my schedule is just jam-packed from early morning till evening because we're having dinner with the vendors and with a lot of the showrooms.
you'll be there in June, and I'll be there. That is the
Wreath Makers Live is the
is
week
that right after market?
before.
It's before market, the week.
A week before.
Okay.
I'd love to come and just goof off, but it's always just work. Not a whole lot of off time. People are like, oh, come and let's play at market. Not a whole lot of playing. How's everybody doing? What do you think? Can y'all see okay?
Everybody's doing great. I think they can hear and see and.
All right.
That's a great question. I never have thought about it. Patricia Lasinski says, I love your work,
Yeah.
but what if you have a screen door? I would like to make a wreath with flowers and ribbon for a screen door.
So you want to put it between the screen and the...
No, I think she just wants to put it on top of it. I'm gathering.
Well, that makes a difference in how I answer.
Oh, okay. Well,
If it's between the screen door and the, you know, the outer door, there's not a whole lot of space there, so you would have to do something extremely flat.
well, how would you hang it on the screen door if that's what she, on the outside if that's what she wants?
Well,
to do?
you'd either have to have an over-the-door hanger or run some wire.
There you go. Wire would be good.
Yeah, you could run some wire. Or even fishing line.
And they make those over-the-door hangers that are clear too.
Uh-huh. Or you could do some, you know, just regular fishing line.
Doris Carlisle from Hamlet, North Carolina. We got several people from North Carolina.
Hello, welcome. Now you can see I'm just kind of building in some greens. I'm going to use some different colored greens too. But I think what I'm going to do next is attach the sign. And then we can kind of build around it. So here's our sign. See if y'all can see it. Farmer's Market. It's covered in plastic, so let me get that off. Give me my water. I'm getting thirsty thinking about lemonade. Okay. Now, here's where I'll probably use zip ties. I'm going to use a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie around this greenery.
Did you tell them where you got your sign from?
I got this from General Wholesale.
We had a question.
Okay. I'm pretty sure if we're out at General Wholesale that Trendy Tree also has some. If they're not sold out. They had some.
Tracy Shuskowski says first time watching from Little Rock.
Oh, that didn't happen.
I'll be going to Little Rock in a couple weeks.
Yeah? We've made quite a few trips up there.
Puerto Rico. Have we ever had anybody from Puerto Rico?
I don't know.
Gregorio Vieira. That's where we need to go on a trip, Puerto Rico.
Hey, I'm at the point where I'd go anywhere.
We can go to Wascom.
We were so poor when we got married, we had to go to Dallas on our honeymoon.
Yeah, that was not the best of trips.
It was, yeah, it was all we could afford. Plus, you had to be back at, well, I'm having the hardest time holding on to this thing.
The dog's moving. Good idea, honey.
I'm trying to put this through here. It keeps slipping. Garbage, I don't have my glasses on.
Holy Sosinsko, not Holy. Hallie Sosinsko wants to know what's this wreath for.
Here's what I gotta do. I gotta put my glasses on. No, I can do it. I can do it. I just don't have my glasses on.
The dog got up walking.
I dropped it. Oh, shoot! Ow!
Ouch.
That hurt.
Next time wear steel-toe shoes.
Oh, hold that. Ow, I'm gonna say a bad word.
Did it hit your foot?
It sliced my foot.
You're lucky it didn't cut a toe off.
That's the second time I've dropped that thing.
I'm gonna come help you.
No, ouch.
It's Sunday, baby. Don't do it on Sunday.
I think I may be bleeding. Okay.
I'll hold it and you run it through.
Thank you. I'm just trying to put it in this one little hole. And I just can't quite get it to go.
Let me do it.
Y'all, I am seriously, my toe is bleeding.
Are we gonna sue the group or what do we do?
It's got to be up here.
Huh?
Up here.
Well, this is not where.
Okay.
That's not where you ran it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'll make it work. Ow! Y'all, my toe is bleeding.
You broke it. You broke it. You can't do nothing about a broke toe.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. She's a drama queen.
I am not.
Oh, yeah.
It hurt my toe, y'all.
She had on steel-toe shoes, steel-toe sandals.
No, it didn't. Oh, my goodness. Ow!
Our viewership actually increased.
Look at it. It's bleeding. It's got a dent in it.
Well, it's metal. Oh, you talking about the sign or your toe?
My toe. I may need a stitch.
I'll have to hear about this all night, y'all.
What if I need a stitch? What are you going to do about it? Who said that wreath making is not hazardous?
Okay.
All right, we're settled down. But I swear, my toes bleed. No, you got to be kidding me. That just came off.
For one, that's an awful small twist tie.
We'll
Why
get
don't you wire it?
I'm gonna have to get one of the thicker ones.
Why don't you wire it?
No, this is fine. This is fine. I got it now. I got it. I got it. Is anybody like me? You're just so independent you can't get help.
Yep, they have broken toes too. I'm not sure if Linda Wilson, she says use super glue, I guess on your toe.
On my toe? I need
I don't
to.
know. She just says use super glue.
Gosh.
That's a big old metal sign.
It fell just
It's
right.
It's like a knife, the back side of a knife. It's real thin, and it hit her next to her pinky toe.
Yeah, it did.
And it bent the sign, so we'll have to get a new sign.
It didn't bend the sign.
Ennis, Texas. I know where Ennis is. I think that's out by DFW.
Okay, y'all, it usually does not take this long to do something so simple. But this is real life in the wreath maker's world.
That's true. This is live. You can't edit it out.
I could have said a really bad word, too. But I didn't. I wanted to. Okay, I think we're cooking now. Gracious.
Irene Trammell had a thought. She said maybe it would work better had you put the sign up first.
Well, I didn't know where the greens were going to stop.
You could work around the sign.
But that is a good suggestion. I'll take it.
Well, this is definitely live because there was nothing else we could do but listen to you.
Sorry. Oh, you know what? It didn't cut it. I've just got this big blood blister under it.
Okay.
Alright, so we're all back to normal.
All right, we're back to normal. Y'all quit worrying about Terry.
Okay, so I got these picks from Garden Ridge. No. It's at...
Used to be.
Yeah, it used to be. It's called At Home now.
Are they all around the country?
I don't think so. I think they're kind of local. They're kind of localized.
Let us know if you have it at home in your town.
Now these branches on these stems are so thick that I cannot put them in a pick machine. So in that instance, I'm just putting those in the wreath with some glue attached. Because this is real thick branch.
I guess those are lemons.
Real thick. See how thick that is? So I'm just dipping it right into the glue. Alright. They have one in Louisville, somebody said.
Yeah, and Raleigh, North Carolina. So they're around the country, around at least south and southeast.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been to the one here in a while.
One in Mobile, Indianapolis.
I don't think I want these on there. They're kind of, the color's not right. And they've got glitter, and I'm not happy about that.
Somebody said they love the lemons.
Aren't they fun?
You don't normally see that on wreaths, so something a little different.
Well, it's very summery, and it reminds you of
California.
kids with lemonade stands and things like that. So, did anybody ever have a lemonade stand growing up?
Our son was cooking eggs and bacon for people, wasn't he?
Yeah, let me tell you what my son did.
One of them.
One of them. We have 3. The youngest one summer decided he was going to make some money. And so we live real close, just one house away from the corner of the median that comes into our subdivision. And so he decided he was going to set up a breakfast restaurant, cafe to go. And So it was made to order. He was making, it was like a short order cook. He would come in the house and he would make bacon and eggs and toast and all that stuff. Well, he made about $30 and was so excited and told me, of course, made a mess in the kitchen. And then came in and said, oh, I made all this money. And I said, well, you got to take out your cost of materials.
Like a wreath.
Yeah, like a wreath. You know, I'm telling him that. I wasn't doing wreaths then. I said, you've got to give me money for eggs. You use my stuff. So, you know, so much for eggs, so much for butter, and bacon's not cheap. He just didn't think that was fair, that he couldn't keep all the profit and use my materials, my ingredients. So we had to teach him a lesson in entrepreneurship, business, how to be a businessman.
Yeah, since parenting apparently didn't help.
Yeah.
He's a good kid now with 2 little girls and our first grandson from him on the way.
So he's got
They turned out halfway.
He had a lot to learn about running a business at that point in his life.
Well, running your business has been a learning experience.
Well, sure. Only been doing it, what, 7 years? Starting our 7th year.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, are we seeing this okay?
They don't get to see all of it.
I'm going to put some more ribbon and lemons.
Melissa McQueen asks, how are you dipping into the hot glue?
Just dipping.
Well, tell them what you get. You got a pan, a skillet.
Yeah, see, this is my skillet, and I'm just dipping it in there on these bigger pieces that I can't pick.
That's just an electric skillet from Walmart.
That's right. No big deal.
We've got Costa Rica and Puerto Rico today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm just dipping it in here. Normally I put a pick on the end of my stems, but on this one I'm just, because they're kind of thick. I mean, that's a really thick stem, so it's not going to get a pick around it.
Somebody asking a technical question. Jane Paul wants to know what temp do you keep your skillet at?
Let me check. It's at 300. You know, when you're working on florals, and some people do this, it's not the way I do it. They go ahead and put all their florals in without gluing, but I just place it up there before I glue it and then see if I like it there, and then glue it. So that's just your own personal preferences.
We got Billy Joe Crumbly from Mexico.
All right.
Buenos tardes.
Let's see if I want to put any of these flowers. I think they're too bright. Nah.
This is a technical question. Good one. Marlene Stansel wants to know, what do you do about the picks sticking out from the back?
Good question. Let's see if I have any.
And yes, Gail Hembry, we do sell some of her wreaths are online. We've got an online store under Mill and Dill Designs. None of those have made it through.
Okay, I don't see any picks coming through the back. But if I were to see one, all I would do is take my pliers,
Needle nose
pliers, and just crimp it back in into the grapevine.
And mainly to protect the client from getting stabbed.
Right. Or scratching your door.
Well, that's true too, especially a nice wooden door.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I nixed the flowers, so I'm going to put some of this stuff in here. These are called willow vines. I absolutely love using these. Let me show you why. Where'd I put my... wire cutters? Oh, here they are. And last week I used some other willow vine. I've got some good news for y'all. In just a second I'll show you. This I love because you can shape it in so many different ways. It adds some other dimension, some texture, a little bit of greenery, like branches. I'll stick this right up in here.
Alex Osinsko wants to know, is this wreath for a client?
No, it's just stock.
So it'll be on the website eventually?
Yeah, as soon as I get it photographed and listed.
Cool.
Now look what that did. I just love this stuff. It comes in a branch and it's called a willow branch.
Kind of gives a little more depth.
I just adore it. Now, if you saw that in the store, you probably would pass it by and say, I don't know what I would do with that.
Where'd you get the vine from? Somebody's asking.
This came from General Wholesale. As y'all can tell, I buy a lot of my stuff from up there. And I'm also a buyer for them. So when I go to market, I'm looking for, and I tend to buy the stuff I love, which is fine. Which is fine and dandy. I love how this just trails down. It looks like it's just
Growing down.
yeah. Okay, I've got one more piece of lemon I can put in. Maybe right here. And it's okay if your grapevine shows through there. That's not a crime. It doesn't matter. Now, here's what I wanted to show you too. This willow vine. I used it last week in a design And I was able to get 24 packets of this. I will be listing it on my website hopefully tomorrow. And this is called, it's just a green willow vine that comes in a roll. It can be a little hard to work with, but the benefit, the payoff is so much worth it. And let me show you why. Okay. I'm going to pick this. So I've got it picked right here. I'm going to start up here under the bow. I'm going to come up here around, kind of make a big loop. And then, let me show you this grapevine wire that I have. This grapevine wire is at Hobby Lobby. You can get it. It's the color of the grapevine, which I do love, and it helps you to use it without it really showing up on what you're using it for. So in other words, I'm going to take a loop of this on this side and run some of this wire around it just to keep it there.
How's your toe?
It's throbbing.
Are you gonna whine all night?
I might have to have a mommy drink.
Oh my God.
It's like a big blood blister. Anyway, I'm wrapping that brown grapevine wire around, and you can't even see it because it just kind of blends in with the grapevine. But look how that works. That's so cool. And you can shape it because it's all wired. And then I'm gonna come down here.
You're kind of doing your fluffing now.
Yeah, this is where your creativity really starts coming in. Now you can take this this willow vine, and because it is wired, you can literally wrap it around a leaf or a branch or something like that and see how it will stay. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just wrapped it around that, and it's worked beautifully. It just adds so much texture, and I'm all about how things kind of grow in nature. And it comes in a spool. Let me show you. It's going to come in a spool like this, but you undo it. And there's a ton of it in here. I think the price is going to be $16.95, but I mean, there's a ton of stuff on here. I'm not sure how many feet. It's 10 feet long, but it's a bundle, so you're getting lots of bunches of vines. And I've got 24 of them, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you're interested in that type of vine.
A lot of people loving it. I don't know whether they're loving because you're through, or loving your vine, or loving because you're going to sell it. But a lot of love going out.
Thank y'all so much. And I'm going to stick a little bit of this up here underneath the bow. You can even come across and down. I mean, just kind of go with what you feel looks right. I like for it to be very random and wild. Kind of like me.
You know, I'm glad you said that.
You were going to say that.
I was close, but I figured I better not.
Random and wild. Wild and random. Well, but all kidding aside, when you look at something, excuse me, it grows in nature, it doesn't just grow straight. It grows in all different which ways.
We've got opportunity. You can't make a wreath go backwards, but you got all that room out front, so why not take a little, pull some stuff out and make it more 3D, more three-dimensional, and
sure.
In other words, the main rule in wreathing is
there is no rule.
There is no rules.
Except have fun. And let your imagination take you different places than you would.
Somebody says, Terry, you're wild. Well, the person saying that is wilder.
Uh-oh. So. Let me guess.
From South Louisiana.
I love this ribbon. I was going to put a little bit more ribbon, but I think I'm done. I don't want to overdo it.
No, you would not want to be accused of overdoing it.
Well, I was going to put some tails, but it'd cover up the lemons. And I don't want to do that. So once you're finished, go back and kind of get your bow where you want it. You see any places to...
Everybody's loving it.
Fluff it out. Move your ribbon tails around so you get...
So somebody wants to know, you've gone through a little exercise with jelly ribbon. You still love it?
I love it. I'm going to probably be ordering some more of the wider one. Get some of the 2.5 inch if they have it. Because for summer it's the perfect combination of texture and color, and I think it works really well.
Everybody loves it.
Okay, and this is on a big frame. You know what I mean? It's not the little one. The market sign itself is 12 inches.
You need to pull your camera back so they can see the whole thing now.
Okay.
Because it's kind of cutting it off top end, some of the bottom. Okay. You get a feel for how big it is, and you can...
Yeah, the sign is 12 inches. Okay, let's pull her back.
How about the Cleveland? Back. You went over. Back.
I'm going back. It takes it a minute to pick it up.
I know, but you weren't far enough.
How's that?
Well, you're still measuring, so I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh.
You could answer about pick machines. Where do you get a pick machine?
You can get a pick machine from Hobby Lobby or Amazon.
And you have an affiliate link on your site, don't you, to go
For
get it?
Amazon, yeah.
So go to Terry's website and you can order from there.
But
Or
if you go to Hobby Lobby, you can use your 40% off.
Oh, well, wow.
So don't, you'll get a better discount on Hobby Lobby. Because the shipping's kind of expensive, unless you're on Prime.
Looking good.
Okay, let's get a final measurement on this.
What was your wreath base again?
Wreath base was 24 inches. So we're at 30, including the sign, by
30 by 30.
34.
30 by 34. So that'd fit a 36-inch door
Yeah.
easily.
Very pretty on a summer door. And I kept it simple with the greens. I could have added some extra different greens in there, but I just didn't want a whole lot of
Extra greens in where?
well, like a different type of leaf
Oh.
instead of those. But I've got the lemon leaves. So, and then there's a lemon bloom. So I love it.
We'll get it listed. Maybe some of these young ladies would want to buy it for a friend or themselves.
And here comes the worst part, having to clean up my mess after I've done.
Well, don't include me.
I've got stuff thrown everywhere. But I was going to use the yellow flowers. Let me show you why I didn't. I was going to use these. It's just too bright. Everything on here is sort of a muted yellow. And it just, I don't know. I didn't like it.
You wasn't feeling it.
No.
How about that toe? You still feeling it?
Yes, I'm feeling it. It's throbbing.
Tell people that weren't in what happened.
I dropped this stupid sign.
Why was
Come
the
say
sign?
goodbye.
Why was the sign stupid?
Because I dropped it like 3 times. It sliced my toe.
What? Have some cheese with that wine I've been hearing.
Ta-da!
You did good, babe.
Thank you. Come here. Okay, so we appreciate you being here at the Terry and Dave Show. Mill and Dill Designs.
Kind of like one of those obstacle courses tonight,
I kept dropping
There was a lot
stuff,
of jumping around and hollering, and oh my God.
but I didn't cuss.
Well, it's Sunday. You shouldn't.
I didn't cuss. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to, I don't have a messenger bot because Facebook won't allow me to get one yet. There's something going on with the privacy settings or something. So as soon as I'm able to do that, you can get notifications. If not, just go choose to follow us. When we go live, you'll get a notification. This will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can watch it anytime you want.
And you have other videos that you have done that are free, but also some great tutorial videos that you can purchase.
That's right. So go check us out. If this is your first time, welcome. We're happy to know that we've got some new friends, and we look forward to making some new ones.
You'll have to go back and look through. This is the best around the world group we have ever had. I mean, we lived in Germany, everywhere but Antarctica.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to say goodnight. Have a really good rest of your weekend. Not much left, but enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll be back very soon.
Bye-bye.
Say okay? Bye-bye. Let me turn everybody off. Oh, I'm over here. Never mind. I'll turn it off over here.